Hello and welcome to Elena Vasilenka show. A lot of you write to me with a question: do I, Elena, eat meat? And do I, Elena, drink alcohol? And what is my opinion as a spiritual teacher on the subject? Should we, spiritual seekers, aim to be vegetarian? Should we, spiritual seekers, aim to not drink alcohol in order to keep our vibrations high? My opinion, and it's my private opinion only on this subject, is that you have to do what feels right to you without forcing yourself to be anything or anyone you're trying to be. What do I mean? I've been on a spiritual journey for the majority of my life, starting to do yoga, meditation, herbology since I was 6 years old. And for many years, I tried to be vegetarian because I've learned from a lot of spiritual teachers. The opinion is that vegetarianism helps your vibration. Eating meat, eating fish lowers your vibration because meat and fish have vibration of suffering in them, and it makes you more earthly, less etheric when you eat the food that has a low vibration and a vibration of suffering attached to it. Same with alcohol. As you know, alcohol is also called spirit, and spirit is exactly what alcohol does. It has an ability to connect through weakening our electromagnetic field. Alcohol has an ability to connect us to spirits who have passed, who had an earthly life, who had an addiction during their earthly life. In our example, it's alcohol, but it could be any other addiction that the body had. Once the person dies, the body disappears. The soul is invisible, but the soul does not lose the desire to fulfill the addiction. But it doesn't have the body to fulfill the addiction through. That is why, my loves, it's so difficult to heal addictions, because it's a spiritual matter. So when you have a weak electromagnetic field, for example, a person doesn't do meditation, doesn't do any spiritual work, doesn't work on strengthening their aura, their electromagnetic field by any type of spiritual technology, spiritual exercise, meditation, pure thought, feeling, action, attitude, and so on. Maybe they're gossiping, they're speaking negatively about themselves and others, that they see the worst in themselves and others. Those are numerous examples what actions weaken your aura. So the aura is weakened, the person goes out, they're in the bar, they had a drink. Having a drink also has a tendency to lower your vibration at that moment of drinking. And they're spirits. Maybe they're generational lineage spirits, or maybe they're just random addiction spirits that were not able to pass through the electromagnetic field of the earth because they were addicted on the physical plane. So they're hanging around around the bars, around nightclubs, around places where people consume excessive amount of alcohol. And all of a sudden, the person feels an urge to drink a little bit more, to have another shot, another glass of wine, because the spirit suggests on an invisible level. That feeling, that urge to drink more, is a suggestion by the spirit that is attaching themselves through energy field to that person. So that person drinks more and more, loses control, and that leads to a lot of destruction. So that being said, that is an extreme version of drinking alcohol. That being said, not everyone is addicted, not everyone doesn't know where to stop. And if you're talking about myself, yes, I eat meat, yes, I eat fish, and yes, I drink alcohol. However, like I mentioned, I've been on a spiritual journey for a very long time. And this journey, thankfully, every day gets better and brings me closer to self-love, self-treasure, self-care. I really love and treasure my body. I really love and treasure my life, my energy, my time. Therefore, I choose these days to connect to how I feel. And then I do what I feel like doing. So recently I had no desire to eat meat. In the past, when I was not at that level of self-love and self-acceptance and self-care, but I was studying all different traditions of nutritional, avenues to raise your vibrations, I tried to be vegetarian and it was extremely difficult to me, and I failed and I went back to eating meat. I tried not to drink alcohol and it was extremely difficult for me too. I craved wine. I wanted to have a glass of wine when I go out, a glass of champagne when I go out. I tried to force myself to be something I wasn't ready to be. Nowadays, I just have no desire for meat, and it happened naturally without me trying to be vegetarian. I naturally do not want to eat meat. And if I will want to eat it tomorrow, I'll have no problem with it. I will love myself. I'll buy the most organic, pasture-raised, non-hormone, no antibiotics used type of meat possible. And when I do drink, I drink finest champagne. I drink most expensive, most beautiful wine I can find that brings me joy. I don't drink to just drink. I don't drink socially because I have to. I only drink when I want to and when I have an amazing beverage to consume that will bring me joy. That will bring me joy, and I know when to stop. And I only do it, like I said, because it makes me feel good. Not because I'm depressed and I need to get drunk and so on and so forth. I've been there before. I've drank just because I was depressed. In my teens and early 20s, that was normal behavior for me to get drunk because I was always depressed. But thankfully, where I'm at now in life, I just enjoy what I do and I do what I enjoy. I love my body, I take care of my body, and I listen to my body. So this is my answer for your question. Should one spiritual seeker on its path to enlightenment, on his or her path to enlightenment and on the path of raising vibrations, should they be vegetarian? Keep working on your electromagnetic field. Keep doing meditations. Keep your thoughts, words, actions, attitude, and feelings positive. Do something every day to raise your vibration and just love yourself. And when you achieve that, you will naturally know what your body needs. And you will do only what your body needs and wants. And it will be an act of self-love. And most likely you probably won't even want meat, and you would not want to drink too much or at all, but it will happen naturally. And that's my answer. I would love to know your opinion. Put it down in comments what you think about vegetarianism, avoiding alcohol on your path to spiritual development. I would love to know, and I'll see you soon.